ARRT's Continuing Qualifications Requirements, or CQR, will help you assess and improve your knowledge so you can continue providing high-quality patient care. By now, you might have a general understanding of CQR. If not, we suggest you watch our CQR overview video first. Then, come back here for a detailed look into each stage of the process. As we talked about in the overview video, each credential that you earned on or after January 1st, 2011 is subject to CQR once every 10 years. In addition, if you're an RRA, you must complete CQR for that credential too, no matter when you earned it. For all your eligible credentials, you'll have the last 3 years of each 10-year period to complete the process. We'll let you know through your online account when it's time to begin. At that point, you'll get started by logging into your account at ARRT.org. Your dashboard will have a snapshot of your CQR progress, including a timeline of your 3-year compliance period and a checklist of the major steps. You'll also see an icon in the upper right corner of the CQR section. Click on that to enter our CQR tool, which will guide you through the entire CQR process. Before you begin, you'll need to review and sign a participant agreement. This goes over our expectations and asks you to confirm that you understand and agree to the rules. You're now ready to begin CQR. The process has 3 stages: the professional profile, the structured self-assessment, and, if necessary, prescribed continuing education activities. Your first step is to complete a professional profile. Don't worry, you don't have to prepare anything. You'll simply answer questions about how often you perform clinical activities that are common to your discipline. Use the slider bar to indicate frequency. You can click on the slider and hold while you drag it to the correct location on the frequency bar, or simply click directly on the spot in the frequency bar that best represents your response. Confirm your answers for each section before moving ahead. At the end of the exercise, you can add any additional activities that you perform that weren't listed. You can also review your previous responses and make edits if needed. Once you submit your responses, you'll immediately see a profile summary. This chart will compare your experience with that of others in your discipline, both in terms of the variety and the frequency of procedures you perform. Based on the results of your professional profile, we'll suggest a range of online learning materials for you to review. We call these clinical refreshers. These optional activities are free, and you can come back to review them whenever time permits. The next stage of the CQR process is the Structured Self-Assessment, or SSA. Don't worry, the SSA isn't an exam and you can't fail it. It simply measures your knowledge against today's requirements for entering the profession. Although there's no need to study for the assessment, you may find it helpful to review the current content outline for your discipline. We use the outlines when creating our assessments, so they'll provide you with a good idea of the topics that might appear on your SSA. You'll find a link to these documents within the CQR tool. The SSA asks questions in a variety of formats, much as your ARRT exam did. You might see multiple choice, multi-select, hotspot, and sorted list formats. The amount of time you'll have to complete the SSA will vary according to your discipline. However, everyone will have time before they begin to watch an SSA tutorial and time after the assessment for a brief survey. 1 to 2 weeks after you take the SSA, we'll post your results on your online account. If you've met the standards in all content areas of your discipline, congratulations! You're finished with CQR. If your SSA results show room for growth, we'll assign you prescribed continuing education to help you close any knowledge gaps. We'll talk about that in just a bit. After you've completed your professional profile, you'll need to schedule your SSA. Before you do, take some time to learn about the 2 options you have for taking the assessment. You may complete it at a Pearson VUE Professional Center, just as you did for your ARRT exam, or you can complete the SSA online at an off-site location, such as your home. If you choose this option, a remote proctor will watch you through a webcam. Each option has specific requirements and rules. Be sure to review them before you schedule. You'll find detailed information on the SSA requirements and rules of conduct in our CQR tool. If you'd like to take the SSA at a Pearson VUE location, schedule your appointment through its website or by calling its toll-free number. If you prefer to take the SSA at a remote location, you'll need to first complete a simple systems check to make sure your computer is compatible with Pearson VUE's requirements. It's important that you don't skip this step and that you use the same computer that you'll be using to take the SSA. Nearly 75% of connectivity issues that occur during a remote session are from users that didn't run the compatibility test. If your computer meets the system's requirements, you can then schedule your remote SSA on the Pearson VUE website. In most cases, taking the SSA is free. However, there are some exceptions, such as if you miss an appointment or if you need to reschedule. Prescribed continuing education is the last step in the process for some RTs. If you receive a CE prescription, you'll need to complete and report your activities in the online tool. In most cases, prescribed CE activities can also count toward your biennial CE requirements, so plan your CE as early as possible in your CQR compliance period. That way, you can maximize the activities that count for both. You'll find a range of activities that meet your CE prescription right within our CQR tool. On the CE prescription page, click on the CE option button for each of the assigned content areas. You'll then see a list of all activities that are currently approved for this content area. We're adding new approved activities all the time, so check back often for different options. If you'd like to complete an activity that doesn't appear on your list, contact the CE sponsor and ask them to submit it to us. We'll assign a credit distribution in the applicable content areas and then add the activity to our database. As you review the list of approved activities, pay attention to the CQR category credits number and the total credits number. The CQR category credits number tells you how many credits will count toward your CQR CE prescription for that activity. The total credits number tells you how many credits you can earn for your biennial CE requirements for that activity. When you select a CE course, you'll automatically leave the ARRT website and go directly to the CE sponsors site. You'll sign up for and purchase CE directly with the sponsors and not with ARRT, just as you do for your biennial CE activities. As you complete your prescribed CE activities, come back to the CQR tool to report them. Follow the on-screen instructions to look up the activities, upload documentation, and submit. We'll then review each of your activities. You can check the progress of your submissions on your CE prescription page under the Accepted Activities column. Within 2 weeks of reporting your final CE activity, we'll update your progress page in the CQR tool to show you've completed the process. Before you go, we'll send you to a CQR wrap-up page with final notes for you to review. You'll also have the option of taking a brief survey. If you have questions at any point during CQR, give us a call. Our customer service representatives are happy to answer questions and walk you through any part of the process.